The future of the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act AGOA, the landmark trade deal between the U.S. and sub-Saharan Africa, now hangs in the balance after its expiry on the 30th of September. This is despite an indication from the Trump administration that it might support a one-year extension of AGOA. Since assuming office in January this year, President Donald Trump has not stated a clear position on the trade deal. In recent weeks, African governments have been lobbying for a 1 or 2 year extension after efforts to secure a longer-term renewal failed to make it to a Congress vote. Passed in the year 2000, AGOA provided duty-free access to the U.S. market for some African products, including agricultural products, chemicals, textiles and clothing, metals, as well as motor vehicle parts. Apart from the expiry of the deal, the introduction of new tariffs, including a universal 10% tariff applied on all U.S. trading partners, has had an impact on AGOA. In light of this, what next for Africa-US trade? I spoke to John Bosco Kalisa, Executive Chairman at the East Africa Business and Investment Advisory Council, and this is what he had to say.
AGOA has expired, and there is a likelihood to be extended for 1 year, but that is not enough. It's not enough in the sense that you can't do much in a period of 1 year. So what requires that Africa need to build their capabilities and capacity to look inward to strengthen the regional integration arrangement as well as continental African trade area. Those are some of the buffer for what is happening currently with the changing global order. And I think what is very important now for countries that are eligible under AGOA is to diversify their export markets. Look into the African markets, look into the Asian market, look into the Middle East market, so that you are able to withstand the current external shocks emanating from the U.S. trade policy.
Africa has been urged to look inward and boost intra-Africa trade, maximizing the opportunities within the Africa Continental Free Trade Area and other regional trading blocs.
So with regard to the CFTA implementation, I think some good progress has been made. To ensure that all the protocols, the negotiation around the various protocols are concluded. We've seen the launch of guided trade initiative so far, that 3 countries have been enrolled under GTI, but that is not enough. There are certain fundamentals for the CFTA to work and realize the required impact. There are important aspects that need to be worked on. Essential one is around the trade infrastructure. We need to ensure that our infrastructure is well prepared to handle increased trade. We need to work around trade facilitation. We need to work around productive capacity on our exports, that we diversify the value and the volume of export. We need to work on standards and the SPS measures. It is very important. And we need also to sensitize and raise awareness among the women who are in business as well as the youth in business, so that we're able to reap on the demographic dividend. So those are some of our aspects we need to look into, because even when you look at the AGOA, it was geared towards supporting the SMEs, especially the vulnerable groups, women and the youth, to access the U.S. market. And this market was unilateral, meaning that there was no reciprocal arrangement, meaning it was decided and it is conditional to the goodwill of the U.S. government. So anytime, and as it is happening, it could be withdrawn if we don't meet or fulfill the preconditions that were required by the U.S. government. So I think, in my view, in my opinion, we need to strengthen our regional trade arrangements, CFTA, regional economic communities, and also ensure that we diversify and look into other markets.